Hey, folks.
I don't like them putting chemicals in the water that turn the friggin' frogs gay. Do you understand that? Turn the friggin' frogs gay. Serious crap. Gay. Frogs, friggin' frogs. It's not funny. I'm gonna say it real slow for you. Gay. Frogs. Won't you fight for your life? Gay. Frogs, friggin' frogs. I don't like them frogs. Gay. Friggin' frogs. Frogs. Friggin' frog crap. Won't you fight the frogs? It's not funny. I'm gonna say it real slow for you. Frogs. Place point.
All right, guys. Legally for Pride Month, I have to play that. For Pride Month, I legally have to play that, okay? At least a couple times. I haven't met my quota yet. Oh my god, Brett, what the hell? Thank you for the 5,000 biddies. What the heck? Thank you. Yes, legally, court mandated I have to make the frickin' frogs gay. But anyways, good morning, everyone. It is a wonderful Sunday. Unfortunately, they call her one suit Denim, so I don't have more suits.
Kissing Denims' feet.
And I have a great Sunday planned for all of you wonderful people, okay? Did you file an anti-slap motion? Huh? No, it's a federal court. There's no anti-slap in federal court. Okay, so we have a lot of things to get to today. First and foremost, fucking Tim Pool. I don't know how to feel about, like, all of these people who I know of covering my lawsuit. So weird. It's so weird. It's like, stop. So surreal. You had such a terrible take too. Yeah, I made a little, like, Instagram reel. I'll upload it to, like, Maine.
They
and then...
should be kissing Denims' feet.
And then I have to talk about a fucking denim chatter went in Hasan's chat. Spread misinformation and then left. You guys don't do that. Stop. Stop. You only spread misinformation in this chat.
They should be kissing Denims' feet.
Stop. Listen, he's not as comedically gifted as the rest of us are, alright? So I want to talk about that. And then, the sound is too low and to hear unless the volume is cranked. I can make it a little bit louder. Next, what was I going to say? Right, so I wanted to watch that. I thought that would be fun. Next, I didn't get a chance to talk about it yesterday, but on the front of legal wins, I have to talk about the MOREPEGASUS thing. I have to talk about the MOREPEGASUS thing. Sorry, that's so funny. Hey, yo, what'd you just squirt in there? It was like water flavoring. Okay, so I want to get to that. His name is More Caning now. No. Less Pegasus. I know this is gonna sound like mean. I know this is gonna sound mean as fuck. And I understand that other people think this about my stream, and that's fine. In fact, that would be great if all my haters felt the way that I'm about to say about MOREPEGASUS. Some YouTubers, like MOREPEGASUS, their content is so slop, like, it's, like, particularly so slopful that only an idiot could have produced it, which means I don't have to watch or respect or listen to any of it, because I'm not going to gain anything. It's just the same, it's like a really long chain of, what's that one horror movie? Fuck is the movie? Human Centipede. It's just like one very long Human Centipede of just like pumping out the same Hasan bad garbage over and over and over and over. MOREPEGASUS spent so much time LARPing as an American chud, so hard he forgot he was actually Singaporean. So yeah, I gotta talk about more centipede is crazy. Is crazy. The slop must flow. So I gotta talk about that because that shit made me fucking die out laughing. I could not, man. And then, girl, congrats on your lawsuit. Well, it's not over till it's over, but I do appreciate all the really nice messages and everything. Oh, and I really wanted to watch this a couple days ago, but then Friday I got busy with the hearing, and then Saturday we had a bunch of lawsuit coverage to get to, and then today is Sunday, so I would also like to watch the MEHDI Hasan PBD segment because that's so good. We've had so much content, but I've just been so fucking busy. It's so frustrating to like. Sometimes there are months where nothing happens, and then there are days where months happen. And lately we've been so contentful. But I've just been so busy. I haven't been like able to stream as much as I want to. Being a busy chud. I know, dude. All right, so we have a lot of stuff to get to. Let's get right into it. Let me close some of this stuff here. Excellent, excellent, excellent. All right, perfect. Let me close these. Let me close this. Excellent. Good. Good. All right. Also, I've seen people getting triggered about the suit. It's working, guys. Yes. Yes. I kept seeing people being like, oh, so now everyone's wearing a suit, huh? These people don't know. They don't know how I pick what to do. I just pick what's the most triggering for other people. I don't play Nautilus to win. I play Nautilus to make the other people lose, all right? I don't wear a suit because I want to win. I wear a suit to make other people lose. All right. Perfect. And close this bad boy. We are good. We are good. We are ready to rumble. Also, I feel like I've been lying to everyone. I've been a Weasley little liar. We've had so many Sunday fun days that have not been fun. And today is the first real Sunday fun day. So finally, Denims is no longer a Weasley little fucking liar. Ah, okay. Let's go. What rank are you? I don't play League ranked. I've just been honestly, I think League is one of the few games I haven't played ranked in. I usually am like such a fucking filthy, competitive, disgusting gamer. And League so far has been the only game that I haven't played ranked in. I've played HOTS ranked. Like that's the level of brain damage I have. Like I will play like every other game competitively, but I haven't played League competitively. So it's so funny too, because every time you mention Heroes of the Storm to anyone, they're like, they still update that game? I thought I thought the server's closed. And they say it every time. They say it every time. Oh, gosh. Anyways, I'm so happy for you, Shan Solo. All right. Now, enough of that. Let's get right into it. First, let me upload this. Let me upload this so you guys can see. View more insights. All right. Good, 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 good. Good, 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 good. Perfect. We're sharing Instagram. Let's start here. Ladies and gentlemen. Oh. Profile. Yes. Good. Don't ask me why the footage is so fried, okay? Don't ask me. I don't know why it looks so fried. Why is the footage so fried? You know what? I'm sick of this shit. Check this out.
Lost his copyright lawsuit. It would seem, at least tentatively, it's not completely over, but the story is actually massive. This is one of the most important stories in social media. Ethan Klein filed the frivolous lawsuit, so he's losing. We got to talk about what the ramifications of this will be. Now, admittedly, I'm happy to see, and look, I know there's a lot of people who don't like Ethan Klein. I am not saying this to disparage or gloat over his defeat, but he's wrong in this one. And we can look back at the results from Akilah Hughes versus Carl Benjamin, for which is now being cited as precedent in this case, to see why he was wrong to file this lawsuit.
I gotta say, Tim Pool calling Ethan Klein's lawsuits frivolous was not on my 2026 bingo board, but it is nice to see React content and React content creators finally wake up and realize that this lawsuit is going to impact everyone on YouTube, everyone on Twitch, if you do any type of reacting. Like, since day one, no one's been talking about it, no one seems to give a shit about it, but it's only at the tentative ruling that people are starting to wake up and be like, wait a minute. We do React content. Wait. We need that. We need fair use. We need good fair use protections. But yeah, I'm fighting the good fight, man.
Ethan Klein had.
So why are you tuned at the same angle that Denims was during the face
You
reveal?
should be kissing Denims' feet.
Looks so good in video format. Thanks. It's so weird. Recording content is so hard. I gotta say. Hair is more purple and instant than Twitch. I mean, I'm using like a DSLR camera, so this one's probably more accurate to how it looks in real life, whereas like phones kind of suck. Phone cameras kind of suck. Anyways, yeah. Suit Denims has way more aura. You're right. You're correct. I only have one suit, okay, and I haven't. I'm sorry. I'm not wearing the same sweaty suit 2 days in a row, bro. Okay, I gotta go. I gotta wash it first, man. I gotta go get some more suits first, man. Anyways. It's okay, you don't always need to have aura. Well, that's why I keep you guys around. You guys have enough aura for all of us. Alright. And camera do you guys? Sony A6100? 6700. I think there's like an exclamation point cam command. But, what was I gonna say? Dude, the comments are so funny. You said you were streaming so viewers could watch it somewhere other than the H3 channel. No, I didn't. I said I'm gonna be streaming. That's what I said. I said Denims is streaming. What is happening, dude? What is going on, dude? All right. You said thing you didn't say. Thing you literally didn't say.
Hasan's hot. I'm gonna fuck him.
It really is. The person who made the analogy of like, it's like screaming that you're going 100 while you're actually going 50, or screaming that you're speeding when you're actually going 50 on a freeway. It's like, but that's a crime. It's like, what? What? And then it's like they take it a step further by like, I am speeding so that I can hit someone. Ideally, a bunch of children in a car. Yes, I am stealing to murder people on the road. Or sorry, I am speeding to murder people on the road. Meanwhile, you're going 50 and driving completely safely. It's like what? It's not even what's happening, people. Oh, okay. All right. I admittedly don't know you, only recently learned about you through this guy, Hasan Abi, who runs a local daycare. I'm already intrigued by your story. I've joined the party on whatever quest this may be. Excellent. We've been needing an impartial paladin for our party. All right. Have you seen the thumbnail on this, by the way? Wait a minute. One story at a time. One story at a time. You know what? Actually, I do want to do the MOREPEGASUS story first. I do. Actually, you know what? I do want to do it. So, I don't know how much of this video has all of it. Let's take a quick little peek.
You should report that person to the authorities in Singapore. They have extremely strict laws against.
Wait, let me give some background for anyone who doesn't know anything about MOREPEGASUS. So there's a lot of Sloptubers that their entire career on the internet is just making content about how evil Hasan is. And usually it's also about everyone that is even remotely Hasan adjacent. Like, I think if you ever served Hasan like a coffee, you're also, there's probably a video on you called like Hasan's Little Servant Slut or something like that. You guys can go through and look right for yourselves. But as you can see, 99% of this guy's content is like Hasan content. Hasan just ended my career finally suing when the Hasan lawsuit situation just got worse. The end. Hasan is taking me to court. Huge creep. Hasan allegations are insane. Hasan is crashing out real bad. Look at the numbers on these, dude. And then Hasan just got caught in 4K. Everyone hates Hasan. Hasan's new girlfriend is pathetic. Hasan just ruined his life. Life ruined. 0 viewers. Everyone hates me. Oh, look, 2 weeks ago. Female Hasan just lost her mind. She's done. Like, these channels speak for themselves. And I feel like this is really a testament to the people who watch this type of content. I love this thumbnail of me. Finally over. It's, hey, you just used the same fucking caption. Listen, I get that you're a lazy bastard, but come on. We should make this a fucking, oh my God, why didn't I think of that? We should make this an emote. This grimacing emote? Oh my God. Wait, that would be dope. Zooted. DNM zooted. Oh my God, that's a great idea. Why do they make your eyes so fucking big? It bothers me. That's so true. What was I gonna say? This guy's so lazy. Female Hasan has actually lost her mind. Female Hasan has actually lost her fucking mind. Come up with an original caption at least. What the hell? Come on, man. Boo. Get off this. And then this one's so good. This fucking AI Photoshop of me is so good. I can't even make this face if I wanted to. But anyways, yeah. So that's the type of content this guy makes. This is how he pays the bills. Here's the playlist, the legendary series, and it's just about Hasan. Hasan and anyone that's ever existed near Hasan. 367.
Okay, iDubbbz is back.
Shut the fuck up, Moid. Speak when spoken to, bitch, whore, slut. So there are 367 videos about Hasan and everyone that is remotely related to Hasan. So if I may, it's Pride Month. You can call men sluts and whores. Okay, I'm just saying. I'm actually reclaiming. I'm reclaiming those slurs. I'm reclaiming them. All right, I'm reclaiming them. iDubbbz, Frogan, Ethan, Frogan, iDubbbz, Hasan, iDubbbz, Mike, Hasan, iDubbbz, Ethan, Hasan, Anissa, Hasan, iDubbbz, Hasan. Like, the whole playlist is just, it's just pathetic. It's just like the most pathetic shit you've ever seen in your life. And the thing that's crazy is that a lot of the stuff that's in these videos is like defamatory. It'll be like, Hasan is a pedophile that went to a brothel and maybe did kids. Someone do something. He's molesting children out in the street and he's murdering dogs. If you tell him you're trans, he'll beat you up. Okay, the last part is true. But it's straight up. Mike was like, yes, let's get him. This guy makes videos on us. It was like 300 videos on Hasan and one on Mike. I think he's made like, well, I haven't counted. Probably like 5 on me. But that's probably just because of the lawsuit more than anything else. There's 2 there. for gay guys. I like that. This is such a good reaction. This is an amazing react. Oh my god, this is such a good reaction image. Oh my god. Anytime Austin Show starts posting stuff, I just post this. Anytime Christian starts posting stuff, I post this. Gay guys. Oh man. So okay, at least 5, 6, 7. And the thing that's sad about these videos, I have a very strong policy against like objective clickbait. Right? Like if a YouTuber engages in very objective clickbait, I know I can't stop with the 6, 7. I know I can't trust them as a source for information ever. And I think I made the mistake once of like, you know what? I'm going to watch the full video. I'm going to go in, I'm going to see it. And then it'll be like, they are fucking panicking big time. And then you click on it and it's like, it's fucking AI shop of me.
Welcome back to a series so unhinged. Even Taylor Lorenz subscribed. In today's video, female Hasan, aka Denims, is back and she claims she will be fighting the Ethan lawsuit to the very end. She says she will not be settling and humiliating herself like Caseytron, and
Didn't say that.
reveals that Fruggen will probably be settling too. Settling for 2,000 Big Macs, actually. Attorney of Legal Mindset has revealed details involving the Hasan Orbiter case. Caseytron and Fruggen might be legally obligated to turn on Denims and destroy her. Fruggen might be forced to apologize for the damning previous clips. Cinema, rank #1 Hasan simp and failed journalist Taylor Lorenz is back, and she's done an interview about
This, like, I'm not sure who is being hate crime by this video. Maybe people with any intelligence. It's brutal to watch this shit. Like, it's like there are people who I have seen they've made videos, but at least they're not annoying to listen to. Like, how is it that legal mindset is less annoying to listen to? It's crazy. It's crazy.
Ethan. She's crying about Ethan's lawsuits and constantly lying about him. She calls him a vindictive psychopath and a hardcore Zionist Israel defender. She claims Ethan is a crybaby and is behaving like Israel. Where have I heard that before? She admits the Orbiters violated copyright, but that it doesn't matter? Delusional. Subscribe or you turn into the Denims puppet. You're cold.
Let's up those numbers!
Now let's begin. Right, so the Hasan Orbiters continue to get absolutely cooked. Recap, Ethan sued Caseytron, Denims, and Fruggen for violating copyright.
Why does he keep doing this edit?
Since then, a lot of lore went down, with Fruggen playing hide-and-seek, dodging Ethan's server. Casey and Denims also talked a lot of shit, but one case has wrapped up. Caseytron was humiliated and forced to apologize to Ethan, Ela, the 8th Street crew, and Asmongold. She also backstabbed Hasan, revealing he did not donate a...
That's, like, okay, so this is all just like the intro. When is he gonna say stuff?
Yes, back in the day, I created what we call the Legendary Series with Hasan and friends.
Why does he sound like that?
And even if she could, she'd be bankrupt after. I mean, they've all been talking like so the Jigs, but when she's the last two, that is legitimately some impressive shit. They're all gonna settle. Denims talks Biggs, but when she's the last holdout, she'll be under a lot of pressure. She'll cave because it will become clear to her that she can't win. Even if she could, she'd be bankrupt after. I mean, they've all...
Should I do it? I really should just add this to the soundboard at this point.
will become clear to her that she can't win. Even if she could, she'd be bankrupt after. I mean, they've all been talking like so much shit, except Frogan. She's ironically been like the silent one here. But yeah, I don't know. She seems pretty confident here. We'll see what happens. I mean, if she wants to lose absolutely everything, be my guest. Still waiting for the Pegasus style Frogan jump scare flashbang.
It's just cringe. Oh, it's so cringe. Oh man, god damn, dude. Like, listen, I like slop as much as the next person, but can I get some slop with like some Michelin style slop? Oh, you're bankrupt. I can't borrow that $50. Guys, new disinfo campaign. Anytime anyone talks about the lawsuit and how much money I'm spending, you got to up the numbers. It's got to be like, she's spending like $400,000. No, I think she said that she's already spent like $800,000. I think she said that she spent like $2 million so far. Like, we got to just throw out random numbers out there anytime you get the opportunity. Just have fun with it. Just have fun with it. Is it still slop if it's Michelin slop? Oh, absolutely. Are you kidding me? Yeah, no, it's absolutely. She's actually $3 million in debt to the Saudis. You know, I have it on good authority that she actually personally took money from George Soros, actually, yeah. I just realized he's unironically using late epic voice. You're so right, dude. Oh, you're so right. You're so right. How would you guys define slop content? Not to get too linguistic with y'all. I actually don't know if there is Michelin star slop. I think inherent to slop is that it's trash. Google quickly says slop content is largely driven by algorithms that reward platforms for metrics like watch time, replays, and comments. Okay, with that in mind, I feel like I think less negatively of someone if they watch someone like Mr. Beast than this trash. At least the Mr. Beast stuff, listen, you can say a lot about Mr. Beast, but at least it's not low effort garbage. It's still generic garbage that's just SEO, like algorithm optimizing, but at least some of it's high effort. And at least some of it helps people sometimes. I don't watch it. It's not entertaining for me. But it's very high effort. I mean, like building an entire set. Yeah. Slop to me means content anyone can put out fast that's inherently vapid. Yeah, I would agree. Because, like, I think that there's stuff that's also, like, engagement bait slop. But I don't think something that's necessarily engagement bait is bad. Right? Like, you know what's you know what is a great example? You know what's a great example? Moist Critical. I think, honestly, Moist Critical is like, technically, I think by this definition, his content is pretty sloppy. Not like sloppy toppy, but like it is definitely, by this definition, slop. It's low effort content, easy to make it. And he definitely chases algorithms, but I feel like if you watch that, that's so much better. And you are not an irredeemable person if you're watching this shit. Like, if you're watching this, you are either a child or you have serious brain damage. Like, some part of your brain forgot to develop. If you're, like, over the age of, let's say, 25 and you're watching this, there's gotta be something that went wrong. Whereas I think a lot of people watch Moist Critical because they're like, oh, I haven't kept up with this. Sure, you know what? Let me just put it on the screen. I don't know what's happening with this Lego thing. Yeah, let me just put it on the screen. And his like, his voice isn't annoying, and he covers the stories pretty, not well, but like he tries to cover them in chronological order. He tends to not miss any super important things. It's more so the problem with I almost said Charlie Kirk. The problem with Moist Critical is the stories he chooses to cover. That's almost always the problem. But his coverage of the ones that he does cover, very inoffensive. Generally very inoffensive. His voice isn't annoying. I know. I think Moist Critical's voice is pretty pleasant. I think most people would say that his voice is pretty pleasant to listen to or unoffensive to listen to. Dry, but it's okay. I also, maybe to be clear though, I do appreciate monotone voices. I do appreciate them. Denims content. So what went wrong with your viewers, Denims? What went wrong with my viewers is that they have fully formed brains. So they actually can fucking spell. But maybe if you try really hard, you can learn yours as well. You also can join and be a Denims viewer. Currently, you are a tentative Denims viewer, but no, I don't even think I can hand that to you. Maybe you're just a Hay Watcher. Maybe you're just a Cringe Lord. You're just someone that's here right now. All right. Let's continue. You're wrong. What about my wrong? Our ass is too fat. Lobster too buttery. Steak too juicy, etc. Precisely. Okay, so that's who MOREPEGASUS is. I hope that informs everyone, and now you know who this is. I on principle, I just like don't. I think that there is content that's actually like, okay, this is going to be a very controversial opinion to share. I'm down to watch content from people who disagree or people who criticize. But their content has to be like it has to have a baseline of like credibility to it, right? This is like, this shit is just it's just garbage. Finally over, finally suing. It's so over. The end. Oh my God. This one, Pokemon's career is completely failing. 750 subs left. Oh God. I like how Pokey made enough money on Twitch back, like way back when, that she can retire, that she got her parents their retirement fund taken care of, and now she mostly just makes content on not Twitch because Twitch has just been, like, Twitch, the audience that is Twitch has treated her so horribly that she's moved over to, like, making content on TikTok and Instagram and YouTube. And then people still talk about it, and they're like, it's over for her, she's done. It's like, Christ almighty, dude. So weird. But anyways, all right. Let's continue. So that's MOREPEGASUS. And now Hasan did this part. I think this video will cover
You
it.
should report that person to the authorities in Singapore. They have extremely strict laws against cyber-harassment and spreading misinfo on the internet. Wait. Like, this one is my favorite. This one, the Pegasus guy is my favorite. There's this, like, Indian dude on YouTube, and basically his entire content is just covering how I'm going to be jailed and arrested and prosecuted and my life is over. Like, that's all he does. Look, biggest Hasan orbiter just ruined his career. Stavros Halkias catches a stray from MOREPEGASUS. Oh, nabaranne. Finally banned. Hasan's friends just abandoned him. Hasan just got confronted in real life. The entire world is turning on Hasan. Almost everyone hates Hasan now. 90% hated. Hasan just got caught in 4K. Biggest Hasan orbiter just ruined his career. Stavros was literally in a movie that was nominated for an Oscar. You thought I was joking. You thought I was joking when I said, like, this guy only makes this video, the same video over and over again. Hasan is legally now. Hasan is threatening to sue now. Hasan's new girlfriend is pathetic. Hasan just ruined his life. Twitch CEO just got exposed real bad. Hasan and his orbiters are ruined. She just lost the lawsuit against Ethan. Hasan is about to quit streaming. Hasan is completely now. Hasan just responded in the worst way. Finally suing. Female Hasan just lost her mind. Hasan just up super bad. It is all the same video. And they do get views. Like there is a market for this. Hasan just had an insane meltdown. Hasan's downfall is incredible. Hasan's friends are canceling him now. Female Hasan actually lost his mind. What is this?
Misgendering. Yeah, I think we can cancel him. Yeah, let's cancel him. Yeah, I'm done.
Sleepy explains why MOREPEGASUS is the worst content creator on YouTube right now while reacting to his
women's rights and women's left. All right.
Video on Hasan Piker's UK ban. Straight up fascism. That's it.
Oh, brother, this drama queen. Fascism is here. Oh.
Dude, like, can I say something mean? If you're gonna make a hate channel on the internet, because that's what his page is, it's a hate channel. Dude, can you fucking, like, shower and wear something at least a little nice and brush your hair, dude? Holy. Like, I don't think you should hate on people who just, like, they mind their own business. Like, can you imagine just calling, like, Northern Lion bald? Like, you're a bad person to call Northern Lion bald. He can't help that he's follically challenged. All right? He can't help it. No, but I would, like, for example, if someone was trying to insult, he made that wonderful video on, no. It's like this tech channel, and he made this great video on, like, why LED Christmas lights suck. What's his channel name? His name, SpongeBob. Technology Connections. Yes. Thank you. Wow. I fucking hate YouTube search. Like, I love this guy. I love his content. I love his channel. This is like the antithesis of Slop. All of it is high effort content. You always will learn something at the end of it. And he puts so much heart and soul into every video. It's great. I love him. Careful, SpongeBob. Careful. I love this guy. I love this guy. Like, I would probably fight someone to the death if they tried to insult anything about this wonderful man. He exists to make your life better. He's got a great episode on, like, how your dishwasher actually is, it's great, and it's one of the best inventions of modern time. And if your dishwasher sucks and it never washes your dishes, you actually just probably don't know how to use your dishwasher, because we have, like, an overabundance of technology that it's just so time consuming to sit there and read the manual for every single thing you have. And you might be using your dishwasher wrong, actually. You made me a fan. Oh, that makes me so happy. No, this guy really puts a lot of heart and soul into every single video. Sorry, one second before we continue. Nah, Denims, just watching the legendary series where your god is saying he wants to off people. What a good dude, you gotta learn how to spell. Like, are you in school? How old are you? Account created 2026. Are you one of the illiterate adults that plague my country? Or are you a child? Don't you have, like, math homework to get to? Lagondary. How do people make this mistake? This is pretty much confirmation that it can't be a non-American, because non-Americans don't make this mistake. Where's the H? Where is the H? Oh my God, I love you. No one points out grammatical and spelling issues anymore. Listen, I think that there are some that are completely acceptable and valid because you usually only hear them spoken, so you don't know. Like per se, like I see a lot of people type P-E-R, spacebar, S-A-Y, but you don't really see it spelled. You see it, you hear it for the most part, right? So I'm like, you know what? I'm willing to like look past some of it. But there are some that are just like obscene. It's like, what is going on? You don't know that there's an H after the W in where? Like you have a deficiency. When it gets to a point where you're struggling to understand what they're even saying anymore, I know. I know. Oh my God. Give the illiterates some credit if they properly use the comma. You know what? You're right. You're right. Denims Carlson, what's going on? What is happening? Anyways, yeah, I love this video. Basically, he's just saying that like the TLDR, if you are curious about dishwashers, although you should watch the video because he breaks it down. One, there's a good chance you've never cleaned your dishwasher and your dishwasher has like a filter. And if you've never cleaned your dishwasher's filter, that's why none of your dishes are getting cleaned. So and some dishwashers have different types of filters. So if you have been throwing dishes in the dishwasher and being like, it's not working, check the bottom of the dishwasher and check the filter. Second, he has a whole thing about how like detergent pods fucking suck because the detergent pod doesn't provide any soap for the pre-wash cycle, and the pre-wash cycle is so important, and why you should switch over to powder and just pour some in the wash section and then pour some in the pre-wash section. And I will say pods are so easy though. I'm telling you, pods are not easier. It's the same level of difficulty. I also thought the same thing, but I don't even wait, what? I use pods? I'm not joking. I used to be like a pod purist because I'm like, oh, but it's so easy. And then after this video, I switched over and I was like, wait, this is way easier actually. Because you don't even have to like measure it out well. You just fill both of them to full, and then you like close it and put it away. Besides the fact that it's also like 10 times cheaper. It's crazy.
If you've got a dishwasher.
Okay, wait, I want to show you guys. Heat, run the oh, this is another one. You should run the water. If it takes a while for your hot water to start running, you should run the water for a little bit before you turn your dishwasher on. Okay, and then he shows you what happens.
And in a moment, I'll tell you the kind of dishwasher detergent I use and recommend. Spoiler alert, it's the cheapest kind. But first, I need to draw your attention to the machine's detergent dispenser. This little dispenser is critically important to the proper operation of your dishwasher. If you don't put your detergent in here and close that door, you may very well be wrecking your machine's cleaning performance, and I cannot stress that enough. The reason this is here is because every time the machine gets rid of the dirty water inside of it, it also gets rid of any detergent that was in the water. And we need that detergent to clean the dishes, but we don't want it right away. Think about what happens when you load it up with dirty dishes, say a bunch of plates after a big pasta dinner. Those plates are filthy and covered in red sauce. Or maybe Alfredo, doesn't matter, take your pick. When the machine starts spraying them with water, a bunch of that sauce is going to dissolve quickly, fall off, and end up in the wash water. That first fill of water is known as the pre-wash, and since it gets dirty so quickly, the machine doesn't spend a lot of time with it. My dishwasher only spends 10 minutes in the pre-wash before it drains that water out and fills again for the next part of the cycle.
Y'all put plates with that much food in the wash? Well, he explains why you can do that. He explains how you don't even have to do more than a very mild rinse because your dishwasher is that powerful. Your dishwasher is that good. Your dishwasher just sucks probably because you're using pods or because you're not cleaning the filter. Dishwashers are fucking dope.
Known as the main wash. If that dispenser wasn't there and holding the detergent back, then my dishwasher would only have 10 minutes with soap in the water, and then it would all be gone. So only after it has drained the nasty pre-wash water out and replaced it with clean water for the main wash does the dispenser door open and allow the detergent into the water. The dishwasher will then spend a long time with that fill of water, sometimes more than an hour. So actually having detergent added at the correct time is crucial to a good cleaning performance. Although, I just discovered that my fancy dishwasher is able to tell how dirty the pre-wash water is and may switch up its program.
I'm just going to tell you something. Do Americans not use your hands to clean your dishes? That's kind of lazy. Those can be nice meditative moments in the day. Let me just say something. As someone who grew up in an immigrant household with no dishwasher, I was always on dish duty, and I had an hour of dishes every day waiting for me at the end of school. I came home, and I was straight to scrubbing. I don't even know. That was just my life. It was that or cleaning the rest of the house, and I didn't feel like doing that. So I thankfully got saved from that. But an hour, and I know what you guys are thinking, an hour. And it was actually more than that. I just got so efficient. I got so efficient at dishwashing. Bro, my Tetrising was like no other. Like, I could stack to the fucking gates of heaven. Like, I became like a fucking master. It's just a tiny little rack because it was a tiny little kitchen. And I'm putting 15 plates, 30 bowls, 40 fucking spoons, 64 cups, 5 pots. Like, it was incredible. And I got to the point where I was actually able to like wash. I would go in there and I'd be like, I was speed running. And immigrant household, sorry if there was a speck of dirt on any of those dishes. La chancla. So they had to be clean. And the sooner I clean them, the sooner I could go back to playing my video games. All right? And let me tell you, I don't fucking miss that shit. Are you kidding me? That sucked. Listen, you know what's meditative? Laundry. Laundry is meditative. Putting my laundry away, it smells clean, it's warm, it's soft. You put on some music, it's not wet. And just like, it can be so peaceful. I love, you can do it in front of the TV, you can do it with something else. It's so peaceful. Hand washing dishes? Horrible. Awful. Hate it. Terrible. God damn. So anyways, back to the video really quickly.
That is not at all a universal thing and depends on having fancy sensors. Most machines just run predefined programs. So I'm not getting into this here, but if you're curious what I'm talking about, that second channel video will explain. So tip number 3, be sure to use the detergent dispenser and close it. Most of you probably already are, but I know there are some folks out there who skip it and just throw the detergent in the
Whoa. I don't remember this part. What type of demonic entity is just throwing the detergent pot in there?
tub. If your dishwasher's detergent dispenser is broken, and that's why you aren't using it, that's going to really hurt your machine's performance, and ideally it should be fixed. Though, there may be workarounds depending on your machine, which I'll discuss later. But you may also remember from your previous
Guys, no wonder your dishwashers aren't working!
Life experience that fats and oils don't mix with plain water. You need an emulsifier to make them mix, which is in the detergent, but the machine doesn't let the detergent into the water until the second fill. So you might think that the first fill is going to struggle with fats and oils. And yes, it will. And that's why many dishwashers have detergent dispensers like this one, where there are two compartments. One is sealed by the gasket in the dispenser door and labeled main wash, but the pre-wash compartment right next to it isn't sealed at all. There are holes in the door to allow any detergent you put in there to spill right out. You see, before grocery stores were filled with these infernal pod and pack things, dishwasher detergent came in a box like this. It was a box of powder, and you were expected to open this little spout and pour that powder into the dispenser. And if you put some of this powder in both of those cups, then the one with holes in the lid would just spill its contents out, and so the dishwasher would begin its cycle with some detergent. That meant it could tackle fats and oils immediately.
And I'm telling you guys, it's not an exact science, bro. Like, your kitchen isn't gonna explode if you accidentally put too much detergent. Like, just I don't even I just like look at it and I'm like, this is good, and then I close it. It's easier. It is literally, it's easier than the pods, and then my dishes are actually fucking clean. Also, you need to buy less. You need to buy less soap and less pods, and it's way cheaper.
So the pre-wash was much more effective. Then, when it drained out that nasty water and filled again for the main wash, it would open the dispenser and let out a second round of detergent to replace what just got pumped out. That second fill would have a head start thanks to the pre-wash detergent getting rid of at least some fats and oils already. And in case you're thinking this is some lost art, my much newer dishwasher, a model still on sale, works the same way. The lid of the dispenser has a divot labeled pre-wash, and if you put a little detergent there, it cleans much better. Detergent pods and tablets, while they
if yours doesn't have like a pre-wash, that powder you can just throw on there. Because the pre-wash is just the very first wash, which if you're not using a pre-wash, if you're not using any detergent for the pre-wash, you're just throwing water at the dirty dishes. But if you're throwing a little bit of soap at the dirty dishes, it's going to work like 10 times better.
are a convenient concept, break this pattern. And especially if you have an older dishwasher which wasn't born in the time of pre-dosed detergent dominance, those products can, frankly, suck. Now, I know many of you out there are having a fine experience using those products, and by all means you should keep using them if you're happy, but if you're not happy with your dishwasher, or you're a value-obsessed Midwesterner like I am, here's tip number 4. Try a more basic detergent product and place some of it in both spots your machine expects it to go. If your dishwasher doesn't have a dedicated spot to put pre-wash detergent, just add a little extra along the door or directly into the wash tub. Something like a tablespoon will be fine. And if you're skeptical that this will actually do anything, well, your dishwasher still has that dispenser, right? It's still holding the detergent back until the second fill. Otherwise, the dispenser would be pointless. So give it a try. Can't hurt. Speaking of giving things a try, there's a brand of detergent.
Okay. And then he explains why, like, the pre-wash detergent pods, sometimes they will leave a film on your dishes because they have to put so much soap in that little pod to make up for the fact that there's no soap for the pre-wash, to the point where they over-soap your dishes. So basically, if you don't like your dishwasher and every time you do your dishes and you fucking hate doing dishes because there's always like 40 dishes that aren't clean, I'm telling you guys, watch this whole video. It like literally, like, it saved my life. The white film on my glassware, yeah. Please watch the rest of this video in its totality. That's the most important part of the video, in my opinion, the detergent part. Like, straight up, you will not be, like, it is less work. It is literally less work. You know how happy it made me that I could do less work, spend less money, and have a better product? I think a lot of us are too scared to see what's in the dishwasher filter at this point. Yeah, I put on gloves like a little bitch. I won't lie. I don't like to touch wet food. Maybe it's just my trauma washing dishes for so long, but I just don't like it. It's so disgusting. So I just put on gloves, grow the fuck up, and I get in there, dude. I get in there. But yeah, no, I'm serious, dude. Dishes detergent powder. The detergent powder for your dishwasher is dope. And it's not an exact science. It's fine. You just take the box, do this with the lid, go like that, and then close it. And then close it. And you're good. And you're good. It is literally if anything, it's less work because I will buy one of these boxes of detergent, like, I feel like once every 6 months. Like, it's crazy how much value you get. It's like $2 and it lasts fucking an eternity and a half. Whereas, like, the pods, I swear to God, it was like every other day I was like buying another box of pods. I was like, what the? So many. So I'm telling you guys, this is dope. This is dope. Powder? No, it's powder. It's powder. I'm telling you guys, if you are unhappy with your dishwasher, please, 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 please. He also points out if you're having issues with your water not heating up fast enough, you should run your hot water in the sink for a minute or two before the first cycle. Correct. I also do this. It takes like my hot water, like about like, I would say 30 seconds to a minute to start getting hot. So I run the sink for a second, for like a minute, and then I turn the dishwasher on. And it's great. It's really great. It's really great. So, does he have a laundry video? Maybe. I don't know. But all of that tangent was to say, you guys agree. This is not slop. This is the antithesis of slop. This is so anti-slop that if anyone was mean to this wonderful man, whatever his name is, I just know him as the channel, which is the technology connections. If anyone was mean to them, I think I would fist fight them. All right? Alec? If anyone was mean to Alec, I would fist fight them. Like, this man is single-handedly reducing stress for potentially hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people. Probably actually tens of millions of people. And you have the audacity to be mean? How dare you? However, if you're fucking MOREPEGASUS, man, and your entire content is just being a massive douchebag and making fun of everyone around you, dude, go fucking buy a brush, man. How about you buy a brush? How about you find clothes? How about you get out of the fucking wife beater, bro? You don't got no guns, man. What are you showing off exactly? Your flabby arms? Put those things away. Nobody wants to see them. It's not impressive. Guy who goes to the gym once. What do you think? What do you think? It's looking good, right? I should start wearing muscle tees. My cats are more muscular. Please. Please, man. Please. No joke. He does have like the perfect face structure to do drag. You're so right. He's already got the cunting eyebrows. I'm not even saying it like as an insult at all. I'm saying like he's already got like the eyebrows that kind of go up in the middle a little bit. Like he could kill it if he just took care of himself, but he does not. And he's like, no, I'm serving. It's like, girl, what are you serving? Nothing? What is it? What is this? You just handed me a plate of nothing. All right, continuing.
I love this guy. It's so funny because he has nothing redeemable about him, but the pure animus that drives a lot of dudes that look like him, I guess, on the internet, that spend every waking moment on the internet, the animus that they feel towards me is enough. They're like, I don't even want, I will watch the same video over and over again. Is Chop City.
Oh my god, it's the rise of fascism. But
are you gonna say anything about that? Or are you just gonna repeat what he said in a mocking tone?
Are you kidding me? What happened, Hasan? Are you gonna be swinging from the gallows again? It's funny because somehow you survived the first time. You know, Hasan might actually be Kaido from One Piece, because
I cannot.
Wait, is he glazing me? I'm Kaido from One Piece. What the? Yo, that's kind of cool. If you catch me making videos like this to pay my bills, ignore it. You know, you can make positive videos. They also go, fairly viral. He's kind of mimicking your expression and facial hair. Okay, that's disrespectful to me. That's messed up. He's watching right now on Discord server probably. I mean, hey, you got noticed by your king, by your god.
This is the worst content creator on YouTube right now. Sure, maybe Ethan Klein is doing more outside of YouTube, with his litigation. Pegasus is a perfect example of a complete who's been given a microphone and an agenda to follow. I don't know how you can deny the clear elements of fascism present in the current administration. Either you're unaware, like you're just not looking into it, or like you're willingly sweeping for it, which is insane.
Oh, Hasan was not put into concentration camps. Okay, so he was just crying as usual, trying to fearmonger because he's
Fascism, yeah. Fascism when I'm personally put into concentration camps. Buddy, there are a shit ton of people being put into concentration camps. Some of them look like you, actually. I don't know if this guy lives in America or not, but, the fuck are you talking about? This is, ironically, one day after I came back from visiting the outside of a concentration camp in New Jersey called Delaney. This dude is an Indian living in Singapore. Senator, I'm Singaporean. My friend loves MOREPEGASUS and thinks he's smart. Help, please. What? I'm fascinated by people who sincerely watch this slop, the garbanzo slop that these guys put out, and they're like, this guy's peak content, dude. Sorry to report, but your chatter, your friend is a dumbass. Like,
dude, it makes me so happy that like my normie friends, my normie internet friends that I've been playing video games with for like a decade, are at their worst. They were like, maybe they got a little, I would say like very 2016, everyone kind of was on the internet, a little like anti-woke or like anti-SJW or whatever. But they've always been very normy. Like they've always been down to talk about the issues, right? Which is all I ask out of people in my life. Like that you're a reasonable person that can have conversations, right? And I have to say, I was hanging out playing League the other day, and they were like, dude, I saw the new God of War trailer, and I gotta say, looks good, dude. I gotta say, I love the design they gave for her. And the reason why they were having that conversation in the Discord was because one person was saying that they were excited for the new Stellar Blade game. Or it's Stellar, not Stella, right? Stellar Blade. And they were like, you know, oh, it's so exciting. The melee champs are so hype. You know, look at the action and look at the combat. I'm excited. And I was like, yeah. And then my other friend was like, I don't know, man. God of War looks way better. Like, finally, like, give me a bad bitch that's not like titted out. And I'm like, dude, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm fucking saying. Yes. So all of that was just to say, I think like most normie people, like, they just don't care about the fucking this anti-woke nonsense anymore. They just exist and they consume content and they enjoy content and they don't know whatever the fuck this shit is.
Like your friend might be more redeemable if he was at least like watching Daily Wire or Matt Walsh, because at least like there's something to hold on to there where you could just be like, well, here's why your worldview is wrong. This guy doesn't have anything.
Fearmonger because he's a dishonest piece of shit. Oh, okay. Now that
What is the fear mongering here? He got denied access to the UK because he has comments about Israel that they don't like. And your response to that is that it's a conspiracy theory.
Why he got the
Pegasus tries to water down serious political issues into slop drama meme content for his audience. He has to take ridiculous stances, openly shell for Israel just to spite Hasan. Well, it's the same for all of the slop channels. It's like the same for like Willie Mac show, the Skyrim looking ass. Or for like Nicholas Eat Oreo or whatever, all of these slop channels, they have to do this. They have to do the same thing. They don't care about politics. They don't care about geopolitics. They don't care about like improving the world. Like you can say what you will about, honestly, like the Matt Walshes of the world and the Ben Shapirs of the world, but at least those people actually have political value systems and they are trying to enact their political views on the world. I just find what they want to be irredeemable and, you know, horrible in every single way and genuinely evil. But like the political slop channels, it's like they don't even care about any of this shit. Like they literally don't care. They're just making the world worse because it gets like some clicks.
Wait, what is this him? Oh my God. This is my goat. This is my goat. Oh, he's on a journey. He's on a journey of self-improvement. Know thyself. Road the Greek god. Singapore. He is in Singapore. And he is actually, okay, respect. Debunking the no pants allegations. Okay, Pegasus. Okay, Pegasus, you win this round. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you.
Hello? Refresh! Everyone quick spam refresh! Alright. Sorry about that. You know, I figured that like the crashing would eventually just stop on its own, and it still hasn't stopped on its own. And I only had 3 tabs open. So I guess I will be spending the next 24 hours intentionally trying to crash my computer to figure out what the problem is and figure out why it's happening. I'm gonna love doing that. Yes. Ugh. Your computer just couldn't handle the MOREPEGASUS content? Dude, no kidding. No fucking kidding. No kidding, man. OBS has been really annoying. No, it's like my computer. Like, my whole computer just freezes. And then I have to fucking suffocate my PC by holding the power button. And then I have to wait for it to turn off. And then I have to turn it back on. And then I have to wait for the computer to turn back on. And then I have to, you know. So, yeah. Yeah. It's not overheating. It's not overheating. It's not the cache. It's not any of that shit. I don't even know what it is. I don't even know what it is. I don't know what it is. But it just freezes. It just freezes and then it's cooked. And then it's over. So, are you sure it ain't OBS? I don't think OBS crashes your computer and freezes your computer. So, and I have checked the event viewer and it's like, computer crashed. It looks like did you know that your computer crashed at 9:42? It's like, yeah, I know that. Can you tell me why? Oh, why? Oh, dog, that's crazy. I don't know why. I don't know. I'm just here to tell you that it crashed. Yeah. All right. No, the logs are so shit for all of it. I just gotta grok it. I gotta grok it. But we will figure it out eventually. We'll do. Ugh. Anyways, all right. Okay. Now let's get back to what we were doing. Let's get back to it. Open that. Perfect. Perfect. I really wanted to pull this up really quickly. Hold up. Do you think
you should report that person?
Oh fuck! I don't even remember what period of time we were. But I wanted to find the part where he like pulls up the statutes. Let me see if I can just find it on Twitter. Yes. It's this one, and it was the. Where is it? Hold. Here it is. This is the video that I saw that was pretty funny.
Fascism is here. Oh.
I love this guy. It's so funny because he has nothing redeemable about him, but the pure animus that drives a lot of dudes that look like him, I guess, on the internet, that spend every waking moment on the internet, the animus that they feel towards me is enough. They're like, I don't even want, I will watch the same video over and over again. Is Chop City intentionally causing harassment, alarm, or distress? Singapore statutes online. An individual or entity must not, with intent, cause harassment, alarm, or distress to another person called in this section the target person by any means, use any threatening, abusive, or insulting words or behavior, make any threatening, abusive, or insulting communication, or publish any identity information of the target person or a related person of the target person.
Caught?
Oh my God, they're going to cane his ass. Hold on.
Thanks, Unlucky. Thank you.
Singapore maintains one of the highest per capita execution rates globally, enforcing capital punishment primarily for drug trafficking and murder. Following the COVID-19 pandemic, executions surged. The country carried out 11 executions in 2022, 5 in 2023, 8 in 2024, and reached a 22-year high of 17 executions in 2025. X knows that Y is within earshot and intends to cause Y distress. Y is distressed. X is guilty of an offense under this section. X writes a letter containing threatening words or maybe a YouTube video. Threatening words towards Y, intending to send the letter to Y to cause him or her alarm. X decides not to send the letter and throws it away. Y finds the letter and is alarmed. X is not guilty of an offense under this section.
It gets better.
As he or she had no reason to believe that the letter would be seen by Y. Well, to the Singaporean authorities, I would like to report, I am very scared. I feel very threatened that this person has made 358 videos on me. This is alarming. 363, sorry. It's alarming. It's very scary. I was intending to visit Singapore soon, and now I don't even know if I could do that. It's truly a terrifying prospect for me. It seems kind of obsessive. It seems kind of like cyber stalking. Not entirely certain if that's there's a statute for cyber stalking in general. Public threats, long-term harassment, daily videos that he's monetizing. I hope someone in the Singaporean authorities could potentially look into this. I'm glad that there is a Protection from Harassment Act of 2014. Check Section 7, unlawful stalking. Wait, let's look at that one.
Anyways, this goes on for like another 5 minutes where he's just going over all of the statutes about cyber stalking and harassment and defamation.
$100,000 off of slander, harassment. Maybe we can get some of that back. Maybe we can recover some of that. This dude is such a lame. Why does he have such a hate boner for you? Did you give him a wedgie or something? No, I didn't really know who the fuck this guy was, except for the fact that his fans every now and then would come in to just be like, Pegasus owned you. And I was like, I don't know what the fuck that is. And I've seen and then I found out about who he is, and I love him, but also am now scared of him. Initially, I was like, wow, how wonderful. This must be a fan page. And then I realized he's exhibiting stalker-like behavior and also defaming me and causing great injury to me psychologically. And I don't like that. I am scared. Even a single instance of defamation is unacceptable and puts you in fear. True. 363 half years or 182 years or $1.8 million in fines. Oh. Lamau, why are you fantasizing about this? I mean, it'd be pretty funny if he actually got in trouble. I'm not gonna lie, it would be fucking hilarious. I mean, this guy's been actively demanding that the American government prosecute me and shit. It'd be really funny if the videos of his slanderous, libelous stalker statements that caused grave injuries to me, genuinely grave injuries, if that created a sense of accountability.
I genuinely cannot tell if this chatter is being sarcastic or not. Hasan, wanting more Pegasus can, proves he supports state-sponsored violence when it suits his world view. I personally think Hasan feels inferior and is intimidated by more. Like, this is just a copy pasta, right? Just copy pasta, right? Just a copy pasta. More preg. Wait a minute. Okay. Because this also reads, unfortunately, exactly like what a MOREPEGASUS fan, a MOREPEGASUS fan would write. Is this a giga leftist, or is this a copy pasta, or is this a rightoid? Take your pick, chat. M-Pregasus. You know what? That's what I'm going to start calling him now. 2026 is the year where men get abused by women in large numbers on the internet. Sorry, abused was the wrong word. I meant insulted. There we go. More Pregasus. Less Pegasus, more Pregasus. All right? More M-Pregasus. M-Pregasus, even. Perhaps. Even. Anyways, I also wanted to show you guys this part, which this is the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life.
more trouble, but yeah. So the situation did get me thinking that I should probably make more variety videos, not because I'm gonna get sued, he's not winning that, but just for my own enjoyment. I used to make a lot of variety. I also recently wanted to talk about KSI leaving the Sidemen, the bricks and minifigs Lego drama that was so interesting and it's still ongoing, but I never had time to talk about it. So maybe going forward, we're going to mix in some other stuff. Maybe lay off on Hasan a bit if he's a very good boy and doesn't cause any more trouble. But yeah, just for my own enjoyment, maybe.
I just wanted to. I just personally chose to like want to stop talking about Hasan because I want to. Like, not because Hasan, not because I'm worried about getting sued by Hasan, but just because I want to do that. Just because I wanted to do that, you know, unrelated, of course, to Hasan. I just decided I just never had the time because I was so busy making videos about Hasan, you know, and I just don't know what to do. I just don't know what to, you know. I just don't know what to do. Yeah, so that's I think what we're gonna do.
Wait, it worked? I gotta do this more. What the fuck? It worked? Nah, he's probably still gonna keep making videos. He remembered he's not in America. He remembered he lives in Singapore. Let me make some fucking calls real quick, dude. Let me make some goddamn calls.
Does he have OCD? Wouldn't someone get bored making 300 videos on one dude? It's the money, dude. It's just the money. There are people that like, you have to understand there are a lot of people that treat YouTube like the way people treat their office jobs, where it's like, you show up, you do your job, and you fuck off. He shows up, he makes another Hasan Slop video, it makes a couple $1,000s, and then he fucks off. You know what I mean? And it's so easy. All he has to do is read some YouTube comments and be like, Hasan is so done. And then put some sound effects, and then that's it. It's literally just like, it's like a free money printer. And this guy has actually made, I'm not even joking, hundreds of videos on Hasan. He's probably made hundreds of thousands of dollars off of anti-Hasan content. If there was a case for defamation, there'd probably be one here. But I have to say, the biggest cope on the Sloptuber channel now is this guy's another Sloptuber. LMFAO, what happened to free speech? Wasn't he crying because they were trying to silence him a few days ago? Rules for them, not me. It's rules for thee, by the way. You're a public figure, Hasan. Comes with the territory, little bro. He don't know you like that, man, first off. Second, this guy makes videos about Ethan Klein's lawsuit and is like, based alert. You can't say what you want to say. Actually, only my guy gets to defame other people. All right? And like, I'm sorry, if there was someone that morally should have repercussions, it would be the guy who's built an entire channel off of farming anti-Hasan content that's filled with like lies about Hasan, versus Noah Samson, who made a reasonable video quoting Ethan and saying, this is why people think you simp for Israel. And this is why people feel like you are denying this genocide. Because it doesn't matter how many times you say genocide is bad, when you do all of this, what feels like propaganda for Israel by calling it beautiful, by saying you need to go visit, it kind of falls on deaf ears. Perhaps you should also consider a defamation suit. I imagine he have to imagine he said something about CPS. Honestly, MOREPEGASUS is so like, who Omega lol. I'll let Hasan deal with it. I really don't care about the CPS stuff. I already got what I wanted, which is Ethan Klein retracting. He retracted his statement. We're good. We're good. But I think that shit is unbelievably funny. Unbelievably funny, man. Okay, and then, wait, what is this? Important clip from this stream. Hold up. Yes, the cat propaganda. Yes. Yes. We're going to get his ass, guys. We're going to get his ass. Yes. Good. Wait.
Bust criminal justice system.
Robust.
My life for Singapore, once again. Fantastic stuff. All right, let's get into it. I did a Democracy Now! Hit earlier this morning.
All right, well, let's close all this stuff. Let's close this stuff. Let's close. Next. Next. Wait, L3 retracted. Share, please. This is like super old news. He retracted the CPS stuff a long time ago. Let me see if I can find it. It's why people don't talk about it nearly as much. Some dipshits who didn't get the memo still talk about it here and there, but most people don't talk about it anymore because he retracted. Let me see if I can find it. It is like a long ass time ago. I think it's this one.
Oh yeah, so Denims now wants to call in.
No, not this. This one.
To address something from Denims' correction demand in her letter.
I sent him a correction letter, or like a correction demand letter, basically saying, hey, you accused me of a crime, which is doing CPS. Wrongfully doing CPS. And then after a month, he retracted his statement.
I want to address something from Denims' correction demand in her letter. The letter claims I falsely stated that Denims herself filed the preceding CPS report, or that Denims caused others to do so. The letter also states, on March 11th, I acknowledged Denims had denounced herself or anyone in her community making contact with CPS. Let me be clear. I have never claimed that Denims called CPS. I have never implied that Denims called CPS. If my statements were interpreted as stating this, I want to correct the record and make it clear that I do not believe that Denims called CPS. Obviously, moronic, idiotic, stupid.
Obviously.
Let me also address the point in the letter that I claimed Denim caused others to call CPS. I did not state, and I do not believe Denims made a direct call to action to her audience to contact CPS. Obviously, right? Never said that. I want to address something.
Oh, God, dude. Yeah, so pretty good. Pretty good. He did say that, yeah, but it's a great own for everyone who's like, you called CPS on him. Here's him saying I didn't. Now what? And they're like, that doesn't matter because I know you did it. I was there. It's like, okay, sure. Sure. Okay. Besides that, guys, it's time. That's right. You know what it's time for. It's motherfucking time.
Allowed and protected. This.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I only watched like the first minute, but I did want to watch it, so I didn't want to pre-watch. I wanted to watch it with all of you.
Klein has lost his copyright lawsuit. It would seem, at least tentatively, it's not completely over, but the story is actually massive. This is one of the most important stories in social media. That the latest most important story, I must stress. But this has to do with whether or not we can make money on our content, whether or not people are allowed to engage in public debate, and the results of this derivative from several years ago in Akilah Hughes v. Carl Benjamin. We are now looking at what may be a definitive nuclear strike in the social media space, which...
Nuclear strike. Bro, he's an Arab person. This is a nuclear strike. They're saying Denims is going to have nukes any minute now. They're saying she will have nukes next week. She is on the verge of having nukes. I can tell. The fucking Arab... Bro's gonna see this clip and be like, you know, not everything is about your identity. It's like, sorry, I forgot. Women can't tell jokes. My bad. I apologize. I hereby apologize for making jokes. All right, continuing.
Is changing the game and eviscerating IP law protection. So before everybody jumps out and just cheers and celebrates,
this is my favorite part. I can't believe he said this, dude.
Ethan Klein filed the frivolous lawsuit, so he's losing. We got to talk about what the ramifications of this will be. Now, admittedly, I'm happy to see, and look, I know there's a lot of people who don't like Ethan Klein. I am not saying this to disparage or gloat over his defeat, but he's wrong in this one. And we can look back at the results from Akilah Hughes versus Carl Benjamin, for which is now being cited as precedent in this case, to see why he was wrong to file this lawsuit. But there is a major consideration as to what this means moving forward. And I warn you all of this. The ramifications will be pronounced as it pertains to
I'll fucking say it. I don't like Tim Pool. His camera is too small and it's bothering me. Let me widen the camera. You guys already have me on the screen. You don't need more me on the screen.
content, taking away your right to own the work you produce. It is eroding and getting crazy. There's a great philosophical discussion here. But first, let's start with the story. For those that are not familiar with what's going on, Ethan Klein sued several ladies because they reacted to a doc.
Ladies nuts on your chin. Dude, I think ladies is more of a slur than when people come in and they're like, listen, hun. Listen, sweetheart.
Documentary he made, I guess, attacking Hasan Piker, which, funny, I guess. Anyway, take a look at this.
Foggy, thank you for the 5 gift subs. What the heck? Thanks. Let me make this a little smaller.
We've got this from r/Hasan Piker. Based on a tentative ruling, Ethan Klein has lost his copyright lawsuit to Denims. This is big news, big news. And the gist of it is, you are allowed to react to content. It's fair use. In fact, it is the spirit of fair use, even if you explicitly state you are doing this to infringe his copyright.
I didn't say that. Like, it is truly incredible how words mean things when they say them. When like everyone on the opposition says words, the words mean special things. But when other people say things that other people you don't like say things, they could just mean whatever they want. There is a huge difference between saying I'm going to infringe your copyright and I cannot wait to steal all of your viewership and make sure you make no money. And also, or sorry, the difference between that and, yeah, I'm going to be streaming. Well, if you enjoyed not watching that shitty video at the end of a stream, like literally like that, there's a massive difference between these two things. I don't understand.
Even if your audience explicitly states they intend to watch this instead of your content to infringe upon your market.
Which again, think about like the analogy. If you went to Wendy's and you told like the Wendy's, or you went to Burger King or you went to In-N-Out and you tell the In-N-Out cashier, by the way, I'm only here because I don't want to give money to McDonald's. And the CEO happens to be there. And he's doing a review and you tell the CEO, just so you know, I am only here so I don't give McDonald's money. Because girl, the boycott. That doesn't make In-N-Out liable for market harm to McDonald's. What customers choose to spend their money on is irrelevant to whether or not the product is different. What viewers want is irrelevant to whether or not I transformed the content. If I transformed it, it has been transformed. You can choose to support or not support anyone you don't want to support.
This is a nuclear bomb. And I'm going to tell you why, my friends, because on this channel, the Tim Pool Show, subscribe, please, if you have not already subscribed. I have been hit with copyright after copyright after copyright claim, and not on my other channels. So I've got what we got Timcast IRL with like 2.7 million or something. I got Timcast News at 2 million, and I got Timcast at like 1.
Dude, what happened to this poor chatter? They've like lost their mind. They type mostly pretty normally, and today they've just like lost their mind. Are you on drugs or are you not on enough drugs? You seem to be pretty your stolen views that were promised to him 3,000 years ago. What is wrong with you, brother? Are you good? I disagree with your worldview. Okay, then eat shit. I don't know what to tell you. Then suck my dick, man. Okay, well, what do you want me to do with that? Me when I show up at Starbucks. I fucking hate your coffee, by the way. Bro, I just work here. Like, what do you want? I don't like your coffee. I don't like it. It's too bitter and it bothers me. Okay, man. Then go somewhere else. Then go. I loathe liars like you, but you simp for Ethan Klein, dipshit. Be honest, you were hating. You know that that's legal, right? You're simping for MOREPEGASUS. What do you think MOREPEGASUS does other than hate on Hasan all day, all night? Being a hater is completely legitimate if you didn't know that. If you didn't know that. He's better than Hasan. He's better. Is this MOREPEGASUS' alt? Hasan does nothing for the people he grifts off of. And what does MOREPEGASUS do? Get M-Preg? How does that help you? What the fuck has he done for you? I don't understand. I don't understand what he could possibly be doing for you, man. What the fuck is he doing for anyone? He's just making himself richer. Grow up. I don't care about Hasan, dude. Like, I don't understand why these people are so obsessed with Hasan. It's like sad. It's like pathetic. You know, there are people who watch my stream that don't like Hasan, right? And they don't make it my problem and everybody else's problem. You're just the only obsessed freak in here that won't stop talking about him. Hasan has never been on okay, send one more comment about Hasan and you're getting banned for being gay during Pride Month, okay? I understand you want to suck other men off and you want to hate fuck other men, but there's a limit, okay? There's a limit. There's a limit to gay guys, all right? I'm sorry. There's an acceptable amount of homosexuality. Lesbians, we love them, folks. Women, I love them, folks. Gay men, no, that's it. That's it. We're putting a full stop on gay men until we figure out what the hell is going on with this chatter. Hasan, all right. These people are like obsessed. They're straight up obsessed with Hasan. It's like, it's sad. It's so pathetic. It's like, it's so cringy. The only limit for gay men is Hasan deserved. That's what I'm saying. Austin show? Go ahead. Go ahead. Fair game. Totally valid. Totally legitimate. Sam Seder? Go ahead. Kyle Kalinsky? Go ahead. Hasan? Come on, dude. The LGBT foe, that guy? You're still talking about that creep?
Socialist.
Sir Arabia Law, thank you for the 10 gift subs. All right, continuing.
0.5. With all of these millions of
Scrum Dog, thank you for the 5 gift
subscribers,
thank you.
never have my fair use videos been copyright claimed. But on this channel, which is newer and smaller, and more just about kind of the whatever I feel like talking about, less important, more drama, more fun, whatever. Copyright claims every single day, despite the fact I am legally allowed and protected. This is why this story is so massive. But you got to understand, some of you are probably on Ethan Klein's side. Many of you probably do not like what he is doing. Let's talk about the future of content and what this means for all of you producing content on TikTok, on Instagram, or otherwise. This is going to have, this is a massive nuclear bomb. You got to understand. This means, right? So right now, I got a video on this channel where I included
thanks, small tanks.
Like a 1-minute clip in a 30-minute podcast of Star Trek: The Next Generation. And they said I'm not allowed to comment on a work of art this way. Now we've got more precedent saying absolutely you can, even if it's the entirety of the work. This means, my friend.
I mean, I was not the precedent-setting case on that. The precedent-setting case on that is the one that we cite, which is Sebens v. Alphabet. Like, I don't like, I have this effect, I think, on the internet and maybe on people where like I end up taking credit for things that I didn't start, which like, I guess I'm fine with it. Like, I feel like the people who actually started it should get, you know, the credit for it, but whatever. All right. The same thing happened with like, Emaru, where everyone was like, Denims is the only person that is starting this hate campaign against Emaru. It's like, I'm going to be honest, I don't think I personally got 150,000 people to tweet about Emaru and Ice. In fact, that tweet had tens of thousands of likes before I even got to it, and I saw multiple people talking about it with tens of thousands of likes before I even said anything. And now it's like, she is literally setting the precedent that you can watch an entire Disney movie as long as you're a hater. It's like, okay, I'm not the one who set the precedent. That's the Stebbins case that set that precedent. Like, what? I didn't even. All right.
Understand. I know we got to read. I got to give you the context here, but for everybody who's already been tracking this stuff, this means the door is now open for you to literally watch an entire movie production from Hollywood, commenting on it, pausing it, and whatever your commentary may be, so long as it falls into fair use, you can explicitly state, I'm watching the Avengers so that nobody gives Disney money. Now, of course, some people might say, whoa, hold on. No. You got to understand. This is where the door has opened. And this is, I have to imagine the big studios, they're going to be playing dirty games with this one. So let's start here. We've got this from legal filings, copyrightlately.com. Hate watch this space. Catching up.
This is not from the most recent filing. This is May 17th, 2026. So we're clear. This is from, I'm pretty sure, like the segment from Sally, from the Judge Kim's ruling. And she mentions hate watching in that ruling. Okay.
With Ethan Klein's reaction video lawsuit. So here's the gist. Let's zoom in so you can read a little bit better. 1 minute after YouTuber Ethan Klein dropped content nuke Hasan Piker.
Yo, Denims, you're a cool person. Thanks. Thanks.
His 102-minute tragicomic documentary accusing the Twitch streamer of radicalizing his audience into anti-Semitism. Alexandra Saber, who streams as Denims, hit go live. Over nearly 4 hours.
It's not my name. My name is Jeannie.
She watched content nuke front to back, paused it 211 times, dismissed Klein's production as giving middle school project vibes. You mean? Pulled up AP article.
Oh, he's so old. He's so washed. Giving middle school. Don't you mean vibe? No, it's giving middle school project. You don't need to say the vibes part, you boomer ass.
To dispute his sourcing and signed off with, if you enjoyed not giving any views to that terrible video, follow, subscribe, throw a prime. Guess what? Fair use. She was calling him out. That was allowed. That stream is now Exhibit K in TED Entertainment Inc. v. Saber, the most consequential of the 3 reaction video copyright suits that Klein and his wife Hila, through their production company TED Entertainment, filed last June against Twitch streamers over their live streamed reactions to content nuke. When I first wrote about these cases last summer, all 3 streamers, Denims, Caseytron, and Frogan, were just lawyering up. A year later, only Denims is still in active combat, and the motion she just filed tests the limits of
Arabian named Genie. Did J.K. Rowling write this stuff? Shut up.
The very precedent Klein helped create, because those cases never had to deal with hate watchers. Understand this, my friends. This means, with this precedent, should it be hammered in? Because I got let me pull up the tweet for you guys. This is I got the Carl Benjamin one. This is where things get crazy. This means you can watch.
I've never listened to Timble try and explain case law before, and I never want to hear it again. Jesus Christ. Side note, goated last name. Thanks, guys.
A full episode of the Joe Rogan podcast. Pause periodically to criticize Joe or his guest. Completely replace the market for the Joe Rogan podcast, and he can't do anything about it. This is where we were always headed. Now take
the argument that's being made is that it's a completely different market. If someone makes like if Candace Owens makes videos and she reacts to your content and she makes fun of you and says that you're a fucking loser that's still wearing the same beanie after a decade and you lose viewers because of that, that's still fair use. If people don't want to watch you anymore because you have no motion and no swag, and Candace Owens has all the motion and the swag now among the rightoids, then that's still valid. Like she is not obligated to ensure that you maintain your market. That would be fucking insane. That would be an insane precedent. Like, oh, well, your work might have caused people to stop liking this person and therefore it's not okay. That would be insane. Great. So then we shouldn't criticize anyone anymore ever in case it hurts that market. That would be an insane precedent.
Look at where this begins. And I'm telling you, I know a lot of people are going to be mad about this, whatever, but listen. The end result of this, I believe, it's a double-edged sword. I do reaction content too. I read news articles as sources and citation. This is fair use. That's how I've done it for a decade. More than a decade. Wow. A long time. It's fair use. People take my videos out of context and then lie about me. It's fair use. I'm having a conversation with some liberal guy, and this is what always happens on like Timcast style. Some liberal will be like, well, you're a pro-life atheist. It's like the weirdest thing. It's the weirdest thing. Conservatives call me an atheist. I'm not. And liberals call me pro-life. I'm not. But it's because they base their perception off of fake videos.
Oh, he's talking about Sam Seder. He's talking about the debate that he had with Sam Seder, where Sam Seder was like, so would you be okay with abortion in the case of blah, blah? And he's like, well, I just think abortion tests should be done. Or sorry, not abortion tests. I think we just need rape kit tests. And he's like, so then you're okay with all of the women who have been raped but aren't getting rape kits to forcibly give birth then? And it was like this whole debate, and he got fucking owned. And Sam Seder basically accused him of being pro-life because that's what his position was. Let me see if I can find it. Sam Seder. It might be this one, maybe.
Well, I mean,
Sam is both
a really good example of what you get when you watch someone like Sam Seder.
Hey, listen, we've had a lot of people on. Hey, that's a really good example. There's other greater, even better examples I could be giving you right now. The one that I like couldn't finish that I started with, and this one that I'm gonna say is good, even though it's like, oh, okay.
Yeah, right, right.
Why are you bringing it up? Well, because the people who you would create restrictions are going to... There is a story in ProPublica. A third woman died under Texas's abortion ban. Doctors are avoiding the DNC procedure, which is a dilation and curettage, apparently a common procedure for first trimester miscarriages and abortion. But they are avoiding this and using other riskier techniques because they don't want to be charged with aborting a child in contravention to a Texas on abortions. And I mean, this is indicative, and I imagine there's much more than 3 women.
Because the reality is like, okay, so if a policy causes more good than harm, and it's overwhelmingly the case, we should continue having that policy. So let's talk about, like, for example, food stamps, right? Food stamp fraud is so small. The studies that we've done in different states, it's like sub fraud and like waste and abuse, the entire category of money that went where it shouldn't have. It's like most states that we've run the numbers on, it's 1 to 2%. If even. And a lot of that is actually missed payments by the state accidentally giving more than they were supposed to, or less than they were supposed to, and then trying to make up for it, and then giving more than they were supposed to by accident. It's not actually a bunch of people all committing welfare fraud. And it's a very small amount. And in exchange for like 1% of this revenue maybe going to the wrong place, less than 1% even, all of these families and all of these people and children get to eat food and not go hungry at night. And that's a pretty good trade-off, I think. some people who didn't need the food stamps or the extra money that month, yeah, they got it. But also all these other people who absolutely needed it also got it. The harm is so small, right? It's so small. Let's get an expert on fraud. Rick Scott, come on into the chat and explain how to get how to commit $1.7 billion of fraud since you're the goat at it. No, but actually, there was something else that I was going to say as well on that topic. Oh, abortion is, I think, very similar on that front. That sure, you want to say that third trimester abortions are immoral, and the only cases that third trimester abortions should occur is when the pregnancy is not viable, or it would be at serious risk to the mother and or the child. In which case, I would say, I'm sorry, not to be too woke, but if a pregnancy isn't viable, I think that the person carrying that fetus should be able to make that decision, because it's not an easy decision for someone to make. I don't imagine, and personally, I've met a lot of women. I don't imagine there are a lot of women, and the studies show this, that are just, doing 6 months of pregnancy for fun. Just, like, I don't know, I thought this would be kind of entertaining to do, I thought maybe I would do this for a little bit and then just test drive it. I would say most people getting to 6 months of pregnancy, 7 months of pregnancy, are probably pretty committed to that pregnancy. And I think the number is like, I want to say it's like 98 or 99% of abortions in the third trimester are because of health complications. And the vast majority of personal choice abortions occur well within the first trimester. Because if you know you don't want to be pregnant and you know you don't want children for whatever particular reason, you're going to make that decision before you get 6 months or 7 months pregnant. And again, it's like 99% or more of the abortions in the third trimester are explicitly for health purposes. Like, which, you can have your own fucking personal, like, you should never do abortions, even if the doctor says that the pregnancy is not viable and that the child will die immediately after birth and will only have a few hours of life. Hey man, I don't know. I think if you're carrying, you shouldn't be forced to have a stillbirth. I think that that's a pretty cruel punishment to put on a human being. Because you don't even get to start the healing process from that. You're like delaying the process of healing, like emotionally, from that. Because it just happened. And that's not even talking about instances where, the person giving birth might have health complications. And again, also, I think if you're the person carrying the fetus and you might die if you give birth, I think you should be allowed to terminate the pregnancy. If it's too risky, you should be able to decide whether or not you get to live or die. Seems kind of important, I think. Seems kind of important. Also, I don't know. I feel like that's not something you should force other people to do. Not to be too woke. Not to be too woke. But yeah. Denims, did you consider that it makes some people that have no connection to the pregnancy upset? That's so true. That's so true. I'm so sorry. You're so right. Yeah. So true. Anyways, why was I saying that? All that? Yeah, right. So this, like, there's this made up narrative, I think, among right wingers and conservatives that, like, well, we need to make sure that the protections for fetuses is stronger because women are just getting abortions for everything and anything all the time. And that's messed up. And it's like, no. The vast majority of abortions occur in the first trimester. And overwhelmingly, the abortions in the 3rd trimester are for the health of the mother or the potential child. So this is a non-issue. Like, we already have a system that works because people don't just get pregnant for fun. Like, they don't get pregnant for like 7 months and they're like, oh, I think I'm done. Yeah, I don't think I want it anymore. That was a fun 7 months of like having morning sickness and feeling uncomfortable and having back pain and having weird food cravings and not being able to eat anything or drink or smoke. But I just think I'm done. I'm done with it. Like, I love fun abortions, true. So putting more criteria on abortions and making it more and more and more difficult for women to get abortions is so fucking insane, because this is just not a problem. This is just not a problem.
And who have been died even in Texas. There's also now reports coming out of Texas. This is according to a new poll. 21% of OBGYNs in Texas are said they are either considering leaving the state or already planning to do so. 13% had decided to retire early. These are OBGYNs. These are the implications of your bans with so-called exceptions. The exceptions never work. And
you support putting restrictions on M-Pregasus? Banning boy abortions, perhaps? Now that I'm on board with.
That's just a horrible development, because there's already hospital and doctor deserts in the reddest parts of our country, the most rural areas of our country, and this is just going to exacerbate that problem for all other care. For all other care, specifically women's care, right? Because OBGYNs, just got to tell you, for all the freaks out there, they don't just, execute babies after they come out of the womb. They also provide a bunch of different kinds of health care for women like myself and for people who can get pregnant.
And I should also say it's curettage. Thank you, Jay Tingle, not Cutter Ridge. And I imagine this dynamic that's happening in Texas with OBGYNs is happening around the country. So I tried to explain this to Tim Pool when I was in his facility. I guess it was a couple of weeks ago now. And here is me walking through this with him. Because we know that, there's always a danger of a woman dying in childbirth. And it's above zero. So we're...
Oh, come on.
No.
We're trying to be reasonable, right? We want to solve the problem. We don't want to just say,
What's the problem?
There are conservatives who believe that if the baby is, well, for many, I don't even believe in IVF, because even a fertilized,
Pause it. Let me also just be clear here, too. Tim Pool's whole game, at least up until this interview, and it became problematic for him because he realized, oh, wait, my whole audience is conservative. I've mentioned this before, but before I was even out of the seat and about to leave, he looked at me and goes, they're mad at me. And I didn't want to stick around for sush or poker. I actually had to get home because my mother was at that time passing away.
A lot of it comes down to the fact that there's just no empathy for a woman's pain. Well, I think okay, not to be too woke. I do think misogyny is one of the oldest and most accepted forms of bigotry. And it's gotta be top 3 up there. That with colorism. And I have to say, I think a lot of people mentally, not you guys are woke, but I do think a lot of people mentally, even people who are on the left, they like to ignore it. It's one of the oldest class division exploitation way before capitalism. Yeah. So I don't mean to be too woke here. It's just not something that people like to think about or consider. And I have noticed that even leftists, now this is a big general brush, but usually if you've never experienced any form of bigotry, so if you are not of any minority status and have not experienced that, you're probably the most susceptible or the most likely to just ignore misogyny and be like, it's not even that big of an issue. It's really not a big issue. And it's like, I'm so fucking scared. Dude, there are so many instances where, man, you'll be talking to someone and you'll be like, yeah, but it's, it's unfair that, like, women have to, carry on all of these burdens in society and it's just expected to be, free labor. And sometimes you're talking to someone and then they show their power level and they're like, well, they should do that. They're good at it. It's like, what? Biologically, they're programmed to, wait, well, you said you're on the left. What? What did you say about that? What? But you're supposed to be a leftist. What? Huh? Oh, okay. Black chatter here, somehow always impressive when non-black content creators even know about colorism. Good on you. Well, I think it helps that, like, I'm not white. So I have seen colorism personally. Like, I would say take everything from, like, North Africa to the Middle East to South Asia. So in a lot of countries that have Muslim populations, people that I've grown up with and family and everything. And the number of times you've heard, if you have ever had a friend who is MENA, Middle Eastern, North African, or South Asian, or if you grew up in that household, you know how crazy colorism is. The colorism is insane. It's like, wow, you're so pale. It's like, huh? You are not white? Question mark? No. No. I don't think so. Both my parents are Arab, so last time I checked, I'm not white. Last time I checked. I'm pants. South Asian chatter here. Colorism is so in fashion over there. Fair and lovely is a thing that exists. Dude, the whitening cream stuff is crazy. If you want an idea of colorism, guys, there's this horrible show on Netflix where I was like, I couldn't resist. This was years ago. I watched it. It was like a show about, like, an Indian matchmaker. And the number of times it'll be like, okay, I found you a lovely girl. Most importantly, she's nice and fair skinned. It's like, huh? What? So even within cultures, you'll see, even if there aren't, like, racial divides in cultures, you'll still see the animus and, like, the idealism of being paler. Japanese here, colorism is a major issue in East Asia too. Oh, to be clear, yeah, it's also an issue in, honestly, the entire Asian continent, the entire continent of Asia. But I'm talking about my personal experiences, and I haven't had a lot of personal experiences with Asia or Asian people about colorism. But I do know that it exists. Well, that's not true. I know I've had a lot of Filipino friends that have talked about this, where I want to make sure I speak about this correctly, but that Filipinos get a lot of, like, oh, but you're not really Asian. And it's like, then what the fuck am I if I'm not what the fuck? Huh? Well, yeah, but you don't, like, look, And that's colorism. That's colorism. That's literally, what else is that if not colorism? Yeah, it's just like a big sign of being poor and that you work, like labor. Yup, as a Filipino. I hope I talked about that in a way that was, not offensive. I tried to explain it. You're Latina, so. Yeah, colorism is, I would say, also one of the oldest form of bigotry. And I don't want to say like racism, because it's not even, I would say like racism has also always been around, but colorism is like, has been around for, it feels like at least the past 1,000 years for a lot of countries. Can we watch a Fair and Lovely ad? Is this the one with the washing machine, dude? I'm scared. Don't tell me this is the one. Okay, I don't think so. Thank God, thank God, thank God. The washing machine one scares the shit out. No, that one was not for Fair and Lovely. That was that really racist Japanese ad. Ah. Dude, why was she screaming at me? No, the Fair and Lovely ads are crazy, guys. The Fair and Lovely ads are crazy. I don't know why that one was so deep fried. Doesn't this count as racism? Well, no, because these people are all of the same racial group. Race is just a fake made up category that we created. It's colorism because it's about the color of their skin tone and nothing else. Colorism will happen within a racial group. Yeah, no, Fair and Lovely ads are scary. Let me see if I can find it. There was one that I saw that was like awful. That was really quite awful. Anyways, that doesn't matter. It's irrelevant. Back to what we were talking about. 30 tangents after 30 tangents. Let's get back to this. Let me just show you guys the part where Tim Pool says what he said.
But he looked at me, he goes, they're mad at me. And I'm like, who's mad at you? I thought he was talking about his producers because we went so long. And he goes, my audience. They felt I agreed with you too much. And this is the way to...
Also pretty important to note that the skin whitening products are usually just mercury that gets absorbed into the skin to destroy your ability to get pigmentation. Wait, are you serious? I've never looked into them because I think that that's fucking insane. I will say, I deal with hyperpigmentation, which is really fucking annoying. And for anyone who doesn't know, it's just like, it basically means that when you get like a little scar, it gets really dark. It doesn't help that I have OCD and I like to pick, which is not a good combination. Let me see if I can find like a good picture. None of these pictures are really that good. Most of these are showing like, yeah, I think this looks like a good photo of hyperpigmentation. Most notable with like acne, where like when you have an acne scar, what remains will be like a dark spot. And I get this, and it's so irritating. So like, it's starting to really piss me off. Because sometimes I will get like the rare, and I try really hard to keep it under control, but like I'll get the rare like acne, and it takes. First of all, it doesn't even matter if I pick at it, if I don't pick at it. It doesn't matter what I do; it'll leave a scar. And then, if I do nothing, it'll stay there for years. First of all, but second, when you do try and get rid of it, it takes forever to get rid of. And I have heard, but I haven't done any research about it, but like that there is like scar fading or hyperpigmentation medication, but it basically just effectively reduces your melanin. And I'm like terrified to look into that. So I was kind of thinking about asking people if anyone here has tried it And if anyone here has liked it, because I was like, maybe people in here have seen it or have used it. Has anyone tried it? Like the pills. I'm on it. Do you like it? Sorry, sometimes I use chat as a way to like poll. Because I figure there's so many people. Some of you guys must have had experiences. Hydroquinone? I've never tried it. I've never tried any of these things. I'm just getting really sick of it, dude. I'm just getting really tired of it. Wait, this is not a pill. This one is, maybe it's got like an oral? No, I have a cream that I use that works pretty well. It just takes forever to use and it takes forever to work. I use scar tape and it works over time. Yeah, the bigger problem is like, I could show you guys. I can show chat. So like, I'll get like random little like, recently the thing that's been pissing me the fuck off is that I will get like a random little like bump. And it's just like, I think it's just like sebum or something. I don't know what the fuck is happening. And then it'll leave like a little scar. And I'm like, ugh. And then I like treat it with cream. And then it lightens. But by the time that one's lightened, I've gotten another like 17. And I'm just starting to like, I'm starting to get really pissed off about this. I'm starting to really lose my marbles about it. And I'm curious if anyone has anything, if anyone's ever tried the oral products. Don't mess with them. Do you understand that even if I do nothing, I still have a giant scar? Is it your soap, maybe? No, it's not. I've tried so much. Okay, I guess no one's ever tried the pills before. I was just curious if anyone has had an experience taking the oral drug and if anyone here has ever tried it and liked it. I have. Did you like it? We're all, yeah, that's like, I think everybody is also just scared because it's like, yes, but it can cause clotting. You wear gloves when going after blemishes? I mean, I'm not even touching the blemishes. Let me see if I can show you guys what I mean. Hold up. Wait 1 second. All right. This is a good example of what I mean. This is a good example of what I mean. I don't need any help with creams. I have a cream that works. It's just by the time that cream fixes the problem, I have 14 new problems. So I don't need cream recommendations. I appreciate all the cream recommendations. I don't need any cream recommendations. So like, this is a good example where like, get a little closer. Here we go. Where like, I'll get like one random ass, like maybe an ingrown or something, or like a scar. And then I fucking clean. I will use this topical Tazarotene or something. It's a retinoid. And then I use it. And by the time this has faded, I get like 4 more. And I'm like just tired of it. I'm just tired of like constantly having to take care of it all of the time. You know what I mean? Do you shave it? It's not a shaving problem because I get it on my back. I get it where I don't shave. And I also don't shave. So it just happens. So I'm not interested in any topical treatments. I have topical treatments that work. Yes, I will go to the dermatologist, obviously. You could just not obsess over it, but I'm a min-maxer and I want everything to be exactly the way I want it. It's an acid, it takes a few weeks, but you can't use it long term. Damn. That sucks. Maybe use a mini Band-Aid. Band-Aids are bad because you're irritating the skin every time you take them off and put them back on. That's what my dermatologist told me. So you can't do that. So annoying. Yeah, so. What about the skincare video? I've had an entire lawsuit era to deal with. I'm working on it. I'm sorry. Don't pick at it. Do you understand? This happened with no picking. That was no picking. When I pick at it, it's much worse. But have you considered covering your skin with regenerative nanobots? Oh. Oh, I get it. Seeing your legs, you don't have hair on them? How? The magic of laser hair removal. All right. Have you considered just simply tanking it? That's what I've been doing. That's what I've been doing. But yeah. Sucks that it has so many negative side effects. Ugh. Well, anyways. Because there's a bunch of stuff that helps. I'm just like wondering if there's anything that will just stop it. You know what I mean? Because something that would stop it would just be dope. Ugh. Anyways. Sorry to go on that tangent. I was really curious. Wait, how do we get here? Sorry. I just wanted to... Well, we were talking about... It's not important. It's not important. It's not important. How does lasering compare to waxing? Well, it makes the hair stop growing, so I like it. I like laser. I like lasering. Okay. Get your whole leg tatted with dots. Dude, stop. All right. Close, 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 close. Have I tried getting an Etsy spell? Oh. Oh. I didn't think about it. It stops growing? Yeah. That's the point of lasering. The point of laser hair removal is that the hair stops growing. You like burn the follicle off and then it stops growing. It's fucking dope. Clearly the only answer is amputation. Okay. Am I supposed to amputate my back, bro? Am I supposed to do that? Let me just amputate my whole back, man. All right, moving on. Enough of this. Not only electrolysis work, no, laser hair removal also works. Anyways, can we get back to the video before we run out of stream time?
Made by other people, and I can't do anything about it because that was always allowed. Not that I'm saying anyone should do anything about it. Guys, you want to insult me and make fun of me, you're allowed to do it. Check this out. This is massive. So we got this. Hasanabi Productions meme account says, based on a tentative ruling, Ethan Klein has lost his copyright lawsuit to Denims. The judge determined that Denims' reaction to the content nuke constituted fair use. This is devastating to Ethan Klein. You guys don't understand just how devastating this actually is. Again, watching the full feature-length production. It's an hour and, what is it, like an hour 40 or something? No, yeah, was it? Yeah, hour 40. Reacting to it over 4 hours. This is where the line begins to erode because what is the argument for fair use in this context that would be any different from me watching The Avengers, pausing it periodically to comment on the production quality, continuity errors? Check this out from the court filing. They citing Hughes v. Benjamin. Here, there is no danger that SJW levels of awareness will usurp the market of progressive commentaries, such as, we thought she would win. Benjamin's target audience, generally political conservatives and libertarians, is obviously not the same as Hughes's target audience, generally political liberals. Moreover, although SJW levels of awareness is comprised entirely of portions of We Thought She Would Win, there is no reason to think that Hughes's audience will abandon her progressive YouTube channel to watch the derisively titled SJW levels of awareness on a conservative YouTube channel simply because it contains parts of her work. Hughes, 437F sub at 394. Accordingly, the court finds that defendant's live stream is not a market substitute for the nuke. Because 3 of the 4 fair use factors strongly favor defendant, including the most important factor, purpose and character of use, the court concludes that the fair use defense applies as a matter of law. Thus, defendant's motion for judgment on the pleadings is granted. For the foregoing reasons, the court grants defendant's motion for judgment on the pleadings. The court orders defendant to prepare and submit a proposed judgment in this matter within 7 days of this order. It is so ordered. A massive bomb. The judge used Ethan's own precedent to make the ruling. Check this out. The undisputed purpose of defendant's live stream is to contest, criticize, and mock plaintiff's message, which the courts have found weighs in favor of fair use due to its transformative nature. See, Hasan v. Klein, finding that the first factor weighed in defendant's favor, as the defendant's reaction video was quintessential criticism and comment.
Dark Street Lady, thank you so much. Took me a while to log in my assistant's decision. She recommends Pico Laser for dark spots, such as what you're discussing. Thank you. I'd have never heard of this. I actually really appreciate this. What the heck? Thanks. All right. Sorry to get distracted by that. Yeah. Fucking Tim Pool, dude. Sorry. Dude, listening to him talk sometimes is so unfucking bearable, but I'm just going to let him make his full point and then we can talk about it.
Equals 3 LLC versus Jukin Media. Finding transformative use, where the host reacted to and commented on original videos. So let's talk about what this means in terms of this nuclear bomb for full content.
Why does he keep calling it a nuke and a nuclear bomb? And he's not calling the content nuke that. He's saying the lawsuit, the way that the lawsuit is resolving is a nuke and like a nuclear bomb. It does feel mildly racially charged.
In the immediate, okay, actually, the results, I do want to mention one thing. They're going to mention an update on others. Caseytron settled her case in December. The apology video she released as part of the deal had all the warmth and spontaneity of a hostage tape, admitting infringement, conceding the Klein's lawsuit was not frivolous, and confessing she previously called it based on misogyny, only to garner sympathy to retaliate against the Kleins. She also agreed to transfer her remaining GoFundMe proceeds to
Can I ask a quick question? How is it that so many people are so stupid that they think that the statement that you make from a settlement, one, is in any way like, I don't want to say legally binding because that's not accurate, but factually correct. That the statements you're making are factually correct. And that's how you actually feel. And 2, that they are the end all be all. Like the fact that she said, yep, it's so true. It's all completely, it was all baseless. And just so you know, everybody, I stole it. I Caseytron personally, like that's not what, that doesn't mean that that's what a court would find. That literally doesn't, that just means that that's what she agreed to say for the settlement. That's it. And there were a bunch of people being like, she's going to totally fight against Denims. It's like, no, what could she even say to impact my ruling? There's nothing. It's not an admission of any type of guilt. It's just, we agree that you're going to go on and say this. She could go on and say, I hate gay people. That obviously doesn't make it magically true. It's just what the settlement terms were. Like that, do you understand? Like if part of her settlement agreement was for her to say she actually secretly has always hated Lady Gaga, real Casey fans would know that that was bullshit, right? Real Casey fans would be like, okay, well, I know that that's not true. That's not possible. But that doesn't mean that she wouldn't be required to say it in the settlement. It doesn't mean that it's actually correct. Like, I just don't understand. They confuse the idea of someone saying something as in a deposition versus a statement.
And testify against H3 snark Reddit moderators, and closed by wishing Klein success in enforcing TED Entertainment's copyright. If you're wondering what a settlement apology drafted by opposing counsel looks like, it's pretty much that. Let's talk about the nuclear bomb. First, this precedent being set right now is hammering in what all lawyers will cite now moving forward. They're going to say this precedent will matter. The courts have decided. Theoretically, you could appeal to a higher court. I don't know that higher courts are going to care to take up a case like this. Right now, where are we at? First, one of the biggest problems in social media is that I produce content for you.
And yeah, let me just say, there really isn't a new precedent being set here because the precedent was already set in Stebbins. It's already been set by Ethan himself, and it was already set by Stebbins in the most recent case with that Fallout video.
I work every day, 16 hours. And I'm going to tell you this.
Job Omegalol.
Guys, it is emotionally taxing and draining. It absolutely.
Oh God, I don't even know if I should go down this line of this. Okay, can I say something? I'm so fucking scared. There is an aspect of content that's draining, which is just like, if you can't tank it, it's going to be like the worst job of your life. In the way that like certain people don't want to sit in front of a desk. In the way that certain people don't want to sit or stand in a factory. That like there are certain types of labor that are required for every job. And I've met people that are like, I would rather work as like a secretary for a terrible boss for the rest of my life than ever have to serve another customer in a restaurant again. Dude, talk to chef. Anyone who's worked as a line cook, they will tell you they will work any other fucking job. They will tell you that they will work literally any other job. All right. But also at a more personal level, I've met people that said doing office work drove them crazy. And they never ever want to work in an office again. That they would rather do anything else. I've known people who are like electricians that have said they worked in an office and they wanted to fucking jump off of a roof into a ball pit that was safe and would keep them fine. Because they just don't want to sit there fucking typing. They would rather feel like they were working with their hands and actually doing something and getting paid well, as they should be. Line cook for a decade. I'm a mechanic now. It's heaven. I know for a fact I would hate to work on cars, I actually loved office work. I love menial labor that is totally nonsense that serves no purpose, but I love computers and I love my keyboard and I love organizing things. So all of those things make me really happy. It drove me crazy. I work for the parks department now. I get paid half as much, but I'm so much happier. Well, yeah, again, like this is another good example. I currently work in an office in finance where I have an art degree. Literally, I'm filled with anxiety and depressed. I don't want to ever look at Excel again. Whereas, like, meanwhile, my ass opens Excel for fun. So, like, there is some personal experience. And I will tell you, I have met content creators that, like, they've gotten a little bit of pushback and they're like, they did not take it well. You really have to be able to just tank it and not give a fuck that people hate you for any reason. Like, there are some people, if you make content on the internet, that are just gonna fucking despise you no matter what you do. Sometimes it's for stuff that you actually did, but sometimes it's for stuff you didn't fucking do. Sometimes it's for just, think about how many people you've seen on the internet getting berated that absolutely did not deserve it. Like, the people who hate, like, BBno Money, it's like, and they're like, he's such a performative piece of shit. God, I hate him. He's so annoying. It's like, damn, he didn't even do anything. What the hell? He didn't even do anything. What, his camera was too big? Bro, what the heck? He's a performer. He's performing. Like, I don't know what to tell you. And it's not that people hate him. No, people hate him. They think that, like, he's fake woke performative. And he went on this whole, like, thing on, like, about how, when AI was starting to really pop off, he was like, fuck AI art. Put real artists. I'm commissioning real artists. I love real artists. I love real art. I will always be for real art made by real people. Fuck AI art. And that made a lot of anti-woke people be like, BBno Money, you're a fucking hack. And you're just appealing to wokies because you suck. Or, oh my God, Miss Rachel. People hate Miss Rachel. Can you imagine watching Miss Rachel and she's like, yay! And this is Samira. Samira, what do you want to tell us? Oh, I'm so happy for you, Samira. And there are people that are like, Miss Rachel is an anti-Semite who hates Jewish people and thinks the Holocaust was good and thinks that Hitler... And it's like, huh? Miss Rachel, the woman that makes videos trying to help children? What the hell are you talking about, man? What the fuck are you talking about, man? Huh? She hates Israel. She's not covering all of the children in Israel who are suffering. She's not covering it. It's like, oh, I don't know, man. I would say maybe the kids in Gaza are suffering at a greater degree in larger numbers. Perhaps there are just less stories of children suffering in Israel, and that's why she doesn't cover it. Perhaps, perchance. Yeah, well, you know, an Israeli kid stepped on a Lego, and she didn't even make a single video on it, and it was pretty antiseptic to me, if you ask me. It's like, oh my God, like, I have no words. That's incredible. That's amazing. So I do think being on the internet, the one thing that you have to be able to do is just like, you just have to tank the hate and you just can't let it bother you. Like, you just can't care. Whether you're buffed from getting girl bullied or you play video games online so it can't impact you or whatever helps you stay sane, it just can't impact you. It just can't. Personally, the number one effective strategy for me, I love to go on Twitter and see the hate comments because it's fun. Because I'm brain-rotted. But I love to click on the profile picture, or like click on the profile, not the picture, and look through like the fucking schizo posting. Because it's always a crazy person. It's like, wow, what a rare specimen you are. Friendless, you say. Okay, that's not so bad. A lot of people are friendless. Bitchless, you say. Okay. All of your family hates you. Okay. Ah, I see. Nothing going for you in any way, shape, or form, and you've never made a single friend. Shocking. Shocking, actually. And you have no positive relationship with anyone in your family, and nothing brings you joy. You're living in a hell of your own making, buddy. Please, if this is the one outlet you have, by all means, buddy, by all means. Keep it up. You got it. You got it, bro. What was I trying to say? Denims is really punching low. Not that any of the very specific things she just listed completely apply to me. Well, but you have things that bring you joy. These people don't have things that bring them joy. Like, literally, they have nothing that brings them joy. Their life is just suffering and trying to instill suffering in everyone else to make them feel better because misery loves company. They're never trying to make anyone else have fun because they figure, well, it's never going to work. No one's ever going to make me happy. So I have to drag everyone down to my level, right? Like they see a beautiful woman and they don't experience joy seeing a beautiful woman. They experience like hatred and vitriol. And it's like, what the fuck? Like that's insane. That's an insane reaction to have. Like you are not well adjusted to feel that way. I see a beautiful woman and I'm like, what was I trying to say? We should start a company, make misery, frustrated, incorporated. Yeah. I'm sorry, you're so right, Criminal Pink. It's like the meme of the guy whistling and the other guy's like, I fucking hate that guy. Exactly. Why was I bringing that up? I brought that up for a reason. Fuckers. Oh, yeah. The one thing about the internet is if you can't tank the hate, it'll be the worst Denims, I see your large camera and it makes me happy. And it doesn't bother me. And it brings me joy. And I've definitely met content creators where I'm like, dude, content is not for you. It's not for you. And that's okay. That's okay. That's okay. Like, I've met people who are like, I just don't get it. Why are they so mean to me? And it's like, because they're mean to everyone. That's why they're mean to you. I'm sorry. Like, it would be more reasonable for Ethan Klein to be like, they just hate me because everyone on the internet is bitter and they hate everyone. That would be at least a little bit more realistic. That would be somewhat more realistic. But instead he's like, they hate me because of anti-Semitism. It's like, what? If you're going to avoid responsibility for the things that you say, because I will tell you for a fact, I get why people don't like me because I have a loud mouth. All right. I am a loud mouth. And I like to talk my shit. That's why people don't like me. And that's okay. Because I don't really care about some people not liking me. That's okay with me. If you like me because I talk my shit, great. And if you don't like me because I talk my shit, that's also okay. It's actually just because of the camera. So I don't really, it would be weird to talk a bunch of shit and then get mad that people are upset that I talk a bunch of shit. With Ethan Klein, it's very weird because he can't handle it. So he's just like, no, it's because anti-Semitism. It's like, wow. Anyways, continuing.
Is that I work as hard as I do, and it's a pathology, it's a compulsion, whatever it is, man, I just never stop talking. But I work as hard as I can to try and make something. And then I watch other people take my videos, play them in full while they watch them and barely react. So that the truth is, back in the day, if you're watching CNN and you hate CNN, you're watching to see what they say. In fact, Steve Bannon talks about this now, watching MS Now to see what they say. But that viewership is good.
No, that's not why people are. People don't hate watch CNN. People, the example he's thinking of that he's too stupid to fucking recall is Howard Stern.
For them, they can monetize it. The problem today, and I'm not saying I'm calling for lawsuits or anything like this. This is just a genuine problem that we face in this space that is going to get worse. I get on my content, I think we do like 50, like right now it's the off season, it's spring, and we're a political show. So we're very heavily electoral based. And so I think we're doing like 50 to 60 million views across the board on all platforms per month, right? So it's like Timcast IRL on YouTube is like 13 million, but then on Rumble, I think we do a lot more on Rumble. Actually, we do like twice that.
I didn't mean, not to go back to the topic for a second. Mother Vixen says, you and my husband are problems. I open Excel and I start crying. There don't even have to be numbers on it yet. So Excel is my happy place. All my favorite numbers are on there.
Actually, I think our numbers are wrong. So if Rumble is, we're doing like 275 to 300K on Rumble. And like a lot of our viewers are political and they moved over when they moved over and we moved over. Rumble's great. We love Rumble. So I think we're getting like 25 to 30 million on Rumble in terms of viewership. Then we're getting like 13 to 15 on YouTube. So it's actually then we're probably doing like 60 to 70 million across the board, across all platforms. Here's the crazy reality of it. That viewership we can monetize. Now, I'm rich. I'm not complaining, right? We make money. We make very, very good money. In fact, we probably are just like for our weight in podcasting, we make substantially more money than other podcasts that are much, much bigger than ours. Because, you know, running a business is not just about being able to talk on camera. Like, we've made good financial decisions. We've launched IP. Other people are certainly better than we are, but we've done pretty well. Now, here's the crazy thing. If you went back 30 years, the viewership on a show like this, which we control about 70 million views, which means when I upload a video, it gets views. We track those views. We sell ads against it. We control about 70 million per month. With market competition, that doesn't really go that far anymore. It's hard to sell against, especially on political content, until the elections begin. So we love primary
I know of some other funding that you love.
Season. We love presidential elections. Here's the thing.
Why is he talking about this? How did he tangent to talking about himself again? You know, so I didn't want to pre-watch the content because I wanted my raw reaction on stream. And I got to tell you guys, one of the comments that I saw was like, why is 90% of this video about, like, sorry, listen to this. Let me just read these comments. Maybe it'll pull up. Maybe it won't. Wow, this might be the worst summary of this case I've ever seen. LOL. Tim clearly hasn't followed the case. And then there was one other one. I don't even know if it's still here. It's not here anymore. It was there yesterday. Look at this. They barely reacted. Doubling the content is barely reacting. Okay, sorry. There was one comment that was pretty funny that was like, oh, it's an entire video just about you. Okay, interesting. Oh, man. Maybe he deleted it. Maybe he deleted it. Oh, that's why. Oh. Man, dude. I am so grateful, chat, that I am not beholden to my audience. Because he wants to be in favor of this lawsuit for fair use. Because he knows he reacts to content. And it would hurt him to have lawsuits and precedents that make fair use weaker. But his audience is so pro Ethan Klein, so he has to be like, this is really scary because then what if you could just react to anything? You wouldn't steal a car, would you? It would drop a nuclear bomb. You don't give a shit what we say. Yeah, you hate us. No, that's not what I mean. I mean, like, I try to share all of my opinions, even if you guys hate all of my opinions. And then I figure we can come to some middle ground, you know? We can either agree to disagree on certain things, or, you know, maybe you guys educate me, maybe I educate you guys. Oh, that's amazing. Man. All right. So I was wondering why he was taking such like a weird like fence. Well, he is the chief fence sitter, but I was wondering why he was taking such a weird fence sitter stance on this. And I understand now. He's taking a fence sitter stance on this because his audience is super pro Ethan Klein, but obviously he's against frivolous lawsuits. And he's against lawsuits about like React content because he benefits from React content. Oh my God. He's filibustering his own video. The problem with fence sitting is that at a certain point, first of all, centrism is just not as popular anymore as it used to be. So his stance was a lot more popular pre-Trump, and now everyone is moved further extreme. So fence sitting is just not effective anymore, unless you get like shoving a fence up your asshole. And so everyone is mad because they're like, you should be going in on her harder. Harder, damn it. Oh, God. Question mark, question mark? No. It's good. Let's go. I literally stopped listening to the video because he's just droning on. I wish Denims hate us less. And removed him from her screen. Sorry, you're right. No, when you're right. I'm sorry. I apologize. I won't torture you guys anymore. I apologize. It was wrong of me to do that. Can I say, out of all of like the rage baits on the internet that I've seen, this one I think has to be like the most soy and pathetic of all the rage baits on the internet. Dr. Klein PhD has been dominating the internet over the past few days with his God of War Lofty parody gameplay footage. This one features gameplay of Kratos' wife giving birth and carrying wood. Crying laughing emoji. God of War. Crying laughing emoji.
Woman! The firewood! Woman! The baby! Woman! Faster!
Why did it explode? Why did do babies do that? Can I say something? And then my Kratos doll tells my Lofi doll, you need to go faster. Yeah. And then she goes faster, and playing with dolls as an adult is crazy. It's crazy. Let me pull up the meme. Let me see if I can find it. It's this meme. It's this meme. I'm the Chad Wojak with the cool beer, and this is my big booby trap wife. And we have sex, and then I order the woman around in my video game, and then like, oh my god, dude, dies of cringe. Fucking dies of cringe, man. Like, I think you need to have your computer privileges taken away from you by the state. You need to get off the internet. If you've ever played with dolls in this way, just play with dolls like a normal person. Like Warhammer. Okay? Just be a normal person that plays with dolls. Like D&D. This is cringe, man. This is like, no. Copium, the new god of war can't hurt me. Copium, because in my world, the god of war campaign is Kratos would be super sexist. It's like, I don't know, man. Personally, I think Kratos would be a big wife guy. I'll be bold. I'll say it. I think Kratos would be a huge wife guy. And I also think Kratos would love for people to play out her story. Personally, I think that would be dope. I think that would be dope. Pretty sure he killed all of the Greek pantheons for his wife. Didn't he kill his first wife, though? Gulp. Well, maybe she was too weak, okay? Maybe he wants a strong wife that he can be proud of. You think about that? No, I'm just memeing to rage bait the people on the internet. Anyways, I think that is going to be it for today. We didn't get to the MEHDI Hasan clip. Oh, okay, you guys mind? Not fucking making me sneeze? But anyways, why is my camera so short? It's fucking bothering me, man. Anyways, I am going to head off for today. We have to watch the MEHDI Hasan thing. Maybe we'll do it tomorrow. I don't know. I have a lot of work I have to catch up on because I've just been so busy with the lawsuit stuff. And I haven't had the time. If I feel energetic and I wake up early, maybe I will do that. But if not, I will see you guys on Thursday. Please, everybody, have a great rest of your day. Stay hydrated. Tell your homies you love them. And I will see you guys all in the next one, everyone. Bye.